I'm here today to talk to you about what might be my new favorite shoe. This is the vetements sock shoe sneaker, but in white. You might have seen I did another video on the black version. And while I love those, I love the white way more. Basically, I got the black ones over a year ago, and I have not even worn them as much as the white ones, but I've had the white ones for less than 3 months. I think I just love a white sneaker more. Like, I used to wear a lot of Air Force Ones, and I still love that look, especially with like a higher sock. Same thing, I have like these Balenciaga, I think they're called runners. And these really fit that vibe as well of like a sock, and you know, they look like a sock as well. The shoes are white all around and they have this sock upper part. They say right and left on the toe, and then near the top they have these stripes and they say vetements, which is reminiscent of socks. Before releasing these shoes, the brand has had socks and thigh-high boots and heels that have this sort of vibe going on. But these shoes are specifically in collaboration with Reebok. Y'all, I'm just gonna insert my explanation of this from the last vetements shoe video. I don't have a working laptop right now, so this is what I gotta do. These initially appeared in 2017 at this show. I was gonna edit in a picture of where I had seen these shoes in a vetements show. But the gag is that I couldn't find them. I looked at all these different shows. They have similar things, but not these shoes. I don't think that these shoes were a part of a runway collection, and it's kind of hard for me to figure out because this is 7 years ago. But let's take a look at the design lore. Basically, the design of this shoe is it has the stripes and it says vetements, and then on like the toe area it says right and left. It has a classic Reebok sneaker bottom. Upon doing some research, I've actually found it's not a regular Reebok sole. This sole right here is called split tooling. It's made out of multiple pieces that make up the bottom of the shoe. This is described as a Reebok innovation that makes these shoes more flexible, ultra lightweight, and ultimately more comfortable than any other sneaker like it on the market. At the time of its release, the vetements team had been working on this shoe for over 2 years. They went to the Reebok headquarters in Massachusetts, where Demna saw this, at the time, 30-year-old prototype of a Reebok pump sneaker. He really liked the look of it, and that's basically what inspired this very unique sole. Mind you, especially at the time of this shoe's release, the sole looked incredibly different than everything else that was on the market. Now mind you, let's teleport back a little bit, okay? At the time, the sock sneaker thing was still quite new, and so in my opinion, this is one of the pillars of that time, even if it wasn't like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks, the Balenciaga sock shoe that everyone knows, you know, or things like that. This is one of the first, and in my opinion, one of the most, I was a little too young to know what this was, to be honest, when it came out, but I would say important. I think that's a good word. It's one of the most important pieces from this little storyline of sock shoes, you know? I love them very much. I love that you can dress them down and you can just put pants over them, you know, baggy or straight, and just make it very like toned down, and you get the Reebok vibe. You get the little right left peeking out. You still get the sock shoe vibe, but it's not overpowering and like a statement. I knew there were a lot of versions of this shoe, but I didn't know how many. And I still don't. This is the white shoe, which I love, but there's 2 options. And first of all, one thing I love is that the difference is kind of subtle in the grand scheme of things, and I feel like that's a mature color palette of selection. Because instead of releasing gigantic differences and having such limited options, you get the same taste and vibe in the same brand. Same thing with the black ones. I have the one with just the more white sole, but I really do like the way the one with color looks. Here is one of the pictures that was used in an article at the time. I really love the way the bottom right pair kind of pairs with the red and maroon color story that was going on with the brand at the time. But there's a lot of little design features on these pairs that honestly I don't know the lore of, and it's kind of hard to find. The reason why I love these so much more is I feel like for me white shoes are like more wearable on a day-to-day, but I don't know, something about the vibe. I don't know if it's like how it complements my skin tone or the colors that I wear or like the length of it. I don't know. Like when I wore the black ones, I felt like the outfits didn't hit as hard. And I also kind of realized I don't love wearing black shoes, especially with shorts. With longer pants, I actually do like them. I have the Balenciaga 3XLs. I think those look great. I also think that the whole sock thing comes across a little bit more in the white version. But yeah, especially I've been dressing a lot more like the 2017 vibe. Like I love kind of giving like vetements from that era mixed with like Ariana Grande, Dangerous Woman Tour, like off duty or even on duty, like wearing vetements. I love Demna and like the whole Demna vibe so much, but I love like a little bit less of the whole like opium moment right now, and throwing it back a little bit So when things were like a little cuter, a little more like everyday wear type of vibe, you know? And I think that these are perfect for that. The video I did on the black sock sneaker has a lot more of the backstory and like the design lore. So if you want to see, make sure to watch that. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe because I have a Vetements show review coming out. I also went to a couple of Balenciaga events and some of that is up now, some of it will be coming. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.